Good morning, my name is Ana Aristizabal and today I'll read you about three chapters of Harry Potter. The letters from no one. The escape of the Brazilian boa constrictor earned Harry his longest ever punishment. By the time he was always out of his copper again. The summer holidays had started and Dudley had already broken his new cine camera, crashed his remote control aeroplane, and first time on his racing bike knocked down old Mr. Fig as she crashed private drive on her crushes. Harry was glad school was over. But there was no escaping Dudley's gang, who visited the house every single day. Pierce, Dennis, Malcolm, and Gordon were all big and stupid, but as Dudley was the biggest and stupidest of the lot, he was the leader. The rest of them were all yet happy to join in Dudley's favorite sport, Harry hunting. This was why Harry spent as much time as possible out of the house, wandering around and thinking about the end of the holidays where he could see a teeny ray of hope. When September came, he would be going off to secondary school, and for the first time in his life, he wouldn't be with Dudley. Dudley had a place at Uncle Veron's old school, Smeltings. Pierce Polkis was going 3-2. Harry, on the other hand, was going to Snowell High, the local comprehensive. Dudley thought this was very funny. They stuffed people's heads down the toilet first day and turned while the he told Harry, "Want to come upstairs and practice?" "No thanks," sighed Harry. The poor toilet never had anything as horrible as your head. Don't eat. It make the bee sick. Then he ran before Dudley could work out what he said. On day in July, Aunt Petunia took Dudley to London to buy his Smeltings uniform, leaving Harry at Mr. Fix. Mr. Fix once as bad as usual. It turned out she'd broken her leg tripping over one of her cats, and she didn't seem quite as fond of them as before. She let Harry watch television and give him a bit of chocolate cake, that tasted as though she had it for several years. That evening, Dudley paraded around the living room for the family in his brand new uniform. Smelty's boys wore maroon tailcoats, orange scenic curved walkers, and flat straw hats carried waters. They also carried knobby sticks used for hitting each other while the teachers weren't looking. This was supposed to be good training for later life. As he looked at Dudley in his new knickers, Uncle Vernon sighed gruffly that it was the proudest moment of his life. Aunt Petunia burst into tears and said she couldn't believe it was her icon Dudley Kings. He looked so handsome and drove out. Harry didn't trust himself to speak. He thought two of his ribs might already have cracked from trading not too loud. There There was a horrible smell in the kitchen next morning when Harry went in for breakfast. It seemed to be coming from a large metal tube in the sink. He went to have a look. The tube was full of what looked like dirty rags swimming in grey water. "What this?" he asked Aunt Petunia. Her lips tightened as they always did if he dared to ask a question. "Your new school uniform," she said. Harry looked in the wall again. "Oh," he sighed, "I didn't realize it had to be so wet." "Don't be stupid," snapped Aunt Petunia. "I'm dyeing some of Dudley's old things grey for you. It'll look just like every young Elsa when I've finished." Harry seriously doubted this, but thought it best not to argue. He sat down at the table and tried not to think about how he was going to look on his first day at Snotnewall. High like he was wearing bits of old elephant skin, probably. Dudley and Uncle Vernon came in, but with wrinkled noses because of the smell from Harry's new uniform. Uncle Vernon opened his newspaper as usual, and Dudley banged his smelting stick, which he carried everywhere on the table. They heard the click of the letterbox box and flood of letters on the doormat. "Get the post, Dudley," sighed Uncle Vernon from behind his paper. "Make Harry get it. Get the post, Harry. Make Dudley get it." Poke him with your smelting stick, Dudley. Harry dug the smelting stick and went to get the post. Three things lie on the doormat: a postcard, Vernon's sister Marge, who was holidaying on the Isle of Wight, a brown envelope that looked like a bill, and a letter of for Harry. Harry picked it up and started at it, his head wagging like a giant elastic band. No one ever in his whole life had written to him. Who would he had no friends, no other relatives. He didn't belong to the library, who had never even got rude notice asking for books back. Yet, yet here it was a letter at reset so plainly there could there no mistake. Mr. Harry Potter, the copper under the stairs for brief drive, like winging surrey. The envelope was thick and heavy, made of yellowish parchment, and the address was written in emerald green ink. There was not a stamp. Turning the envelope over, his hand trembling, Harry saw a purple wax seal bearing a coat of arms, a lion, an eagle, a badger, and a snake surrounding a large letter H. Hurry up, boy, shouted Uncle Vernon from the kitchen. What are you doing? Chink for letters bomb. He chuckled at his own joke. Harry went back to the kitchen, still staring at his letter. He handed Uncle Vernon the bill and the postcard, sat down, and slowly began to open the yellow envelope. Uncle Vernon ripped open the bill, snorted in disgust, and flipped over the postcard. Margaret, he informed Aunt Petunia, uttered a funny wail that sighed Dudley suddenly that Harry got something. Harry was on the point of unfolding his letter, which was written on the same heavy parchment as the envelope, when it was jerked sharply out of his hand by Uncle Vernon. "That's mine," sighed Harry, trying to snatch it back. "Who'd be writing to you?" sneered Uncle Vernon, shaking the letter open with one hand and gazing at it. His face went from red to green faster than a set of traffic lights, and it didn't stop there. Within seconds, it was the greatest light of all Portugal. PPP Penudia. He gasped.